Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahawashi, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Bahashim. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father Yahweh and my Heavenly Big Brother Yahawashi. Thank you so much for what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahawashi, trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Spanish, Native Americans, and Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, or so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up when these heathens talking about going to the moon and they need to stop. But anyway, I got videos too about the so-called UFOs, which is the chariots of the Lord, and the pilots of the so-called UFOs, which the chariots of the Lord are the Lord's angels, not no freaking aliens. Skinny gray men, human-like bodies with big old blacked out eyes and big old foreheads or big old bald heads, with gray skin, and no nigga with 3 toes and 3 fingers like they Ninja Turtles or something. No nigga, no, they're the angels of the Lord, and they look like so-called black men or just men of color. Anyway, and I got 2 other videos, some brothers addressing the same thing too with the same videos. So I'm going to play some of these videos. I'm going to get into the scripture my best ability. Say whatever I got to say through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shema Shah, the Holy Spirit of Kurhak Badash. Lord willing be on me. Let's get it.
Welcome to the We On podcast. In this episode, we explore how China's latest Shenzhou 23 mission is accelerating Beijing's race toward a permanent space future as astronauts dock with Tiangong and prepare the foundation for a historic moon landing before 2030. China's space ambitions have entered another important phase as Beijing continues building momentum for deeper human exploration beyond Earth's orbit. The Shenzhou 23 spacecraft
How gonna be beyond Earth's orbit when they can't leave out of Earth's orbit? I mean, damn. Anyway,
successfully docked with China's Tiangong space station after a flight lasting around 3.5 hours. Chinese authorities confirmed the astronauts were in good condition and described the launch mission as a complete success.
Yeah. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. AI fucked up. I mean, these niggas fucked this shit. Where are they spacesuits at? They forget about their spacesuits. I guess you can breathe in space, right? I guess your body won't freeze up like they say in the movies. I guess I don't know. They say bodies won't implode or explode and shit when you're in space. Anyway.
Mission includes 43-year-old Li Jiaying, the first astronaut from Hong Kong to travel into space. Formerly a police officer, Li joined crew members Zhu Yangzhu, 39, and Zhang Jiwan, 39, aboard the landmark Shenzhou 23 mission. Astronauts aboard the mission will carry out a range of scientific studies involving medicine, life sciences, fluid physics, and materials science. China hopes the findings will support future long-duration missions to the Moon and Mars. A key objective of the mission is to prepare for a future year-long stay aboard the Tiangong space station. The experiment aims to study the long-term effects of microgravity on astronauts and support future lunar exploration plans. The Shenzhou 23 mission forms part of China's broader ambitions to send astronauts to the moon before 2030. Beijing is also preparing the next-generation Mengzhou spacecraft, expected to replace the aging Shenzhou series for future lunar missions. China has also revealed plans.
Alright, anyway, Moab is just as much full of shit as Esau. All these nations are. Telling you lies about, get the fuck out of here. Telling you how lies about we made it to the moon or we planning on making it to the moon. No, nigga, but get the fuck out of here. Shit. Anyway, Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? This shit is pointless as hell. These niggas you ain't fooling anybody. Well, yes, you are. You fooling a lot of people. And a lot of people are waking up to the lies. Especially with Esau pushing. Well, that's just what that's what Moab pushing, some bunch of lies. Let's see what Esau got talking about. Oh my goodness, fucking ad. Another damn ad, and this one's 15 seconds long.
Ah, la terrasse.
Another damn ad. I might as well let this shit go. These thirsty ass Edomites. She guzzling that shit. Look, she just spilling all the water.
Take a look at NASA's vision of a future moon base. Massive. Potentially hundreds of
Wait
square
a minute,
miles.
wait, all this CGI shit. I'm like, wait a minute, this is the vision of NASA's moon base? How come that shit wasn't up there in the first place? How come it ain't up there now? Y'all was up there in the 1960s, but now y'all playing on, oh my goodness, come on man, look at all the distractions these niggas gotta throw out. They about to implement a fucking new world order on the earth, and they weren't talking about some goddamn moon base. You know they just using this shit as a distraction. They ain't got nothing else to talk about but this. To throw out some... Anyway. Shit.
On the lunar surface, complete with astronaut living quarters, lunar rovers, and power stations, with the ultimate goal of heading to Mars.
And we want to be in an environment where we can learn the skills so that astronauts can go and plant the stars and stripes on Mars someday.
Going to Mars? This shit says the moon.
Splashdown confirmed.
Hold on, did you say Mars? Because I couldn't hardly see. Couldn't hardly hear.
And power stations, with the ultimate goal of heading to Mars.
And we want to be in an...
Oh, they can't even make it to the moon. So what the fuck they talking about? Mars? See, I mean, Esau's just a nigger. He just lies all the goddamn time. Stop lying, nigga. Oh, big ear motherfucker.
An environment where we can learn the skills so that...
Nigga look like he could fly to the moon with them big old ears. Or to Mars. Shit. Fuck a space station or a space base. Nigga, fuck a spacewalker. He could fly. He could fly up there with his ears.
astronauts can go and plant the stars and stripes on Mars someday.
Splashdown confirmed.
NASA's moon base plans come just 6 weeks after the Artemis 2 mission.
All that goddamn money for nothing, bro. And they just lying.
And that sent astronauts around the moon for the first time in...
Oh, that big ass lie. Get the fuck out of here. They went around the moon. Wait a minute. They went around the moon, but they didn't even set up a space station to that bitch yet. Goodness gracious. They was landed on the moon about in the 1960s. And them monkey... Oh, yeah, they was on the moon. They put a fucking flag on that stupid ass flag on the moon, supposedly. But they ain't made a spank. Get the fuck out of here. These niggas are liars. That goddamn... That moon landing shit was based out on goddamn Grand Canyon or somewhere. Or some desert or somewhere. Anyway, could be in my backyard as far as I know.
50 years. NASA hopes to land Artemis 4 astronauts on the moon in 2028.
Why so long? It should be already there. What the fuck? Meanwhile, just more distractions for you dumbass people. Goodness gracious. Once again, Psalm chapter 2 verse 1. Why do the heathen range and imagine a vain thing? This is goddamn pointless. And it's just a lie too. Shit, let's get to the next video. I'll just tell you that something big is coming. These niggas gotta throw some shit out there to get you people all, I don't know, distracted. And oh, here's the worst. This is the worst of them all. There's a bunch of bullshit right here for news. What the fuck? I'm getting tired of these ads. I can't even get to my list because this crap blocking my list.
For years, UFO stories were treated as conspiracy theories or fiction. Now the US government is releasing more secret files on them. Last week, the Pentagon published hundreds of records, videos, photographs, and intelligence reports. But one video has taken social media by storm. It shows an American fighter jet shooting down an unknown object over Lake Huron.
Really? Are they going to show it? I'll just let it keep playing. Let's see.
That is a massive lake between the United States and Canada. But officials say they still do not know exactly what that object was.
They don't know what it is, but they say they shot. Oh, okay. Unidentified. Because UFOs don't have to be a chair. It could be any kind of object. But, you know, normally when they say UFOs, there's always, in your mind, is always referring to, you know, spaceships and such. But anyway, knowing damn well they wouldn't be shooting down the Lord's chariots. Fuck no. There's no way in hell.
So what is the Pentagon really...
I mean, clearly, what was that footage they showed of a Hellfire missile? That sucker that ricocheted off of a damn... let me see. This bitch gonna load up? Goodness gracious, this shit's so fucking slow. Hellfire missile. Okay, now I gotta start over. Hellfire missile ricocheted off of UFO. Oh my goodness. Come on, man. What the fuck? Now it loads up. Man, get the fuck out of here. This internet sucks, bro. I hate fucking, what's this shit called? T-Mobile. I want my Comcast, man. I want that back. Let me just type it in. Goodness gracious. Everything's so slow. It sucks. Excuse my language. I'm just pissed off right now. Hellfire missile hits UFO. Yeah, I remember this. It was like back last year, I think. Here
The
comes
latest attack.
I knew it. Ads. Oh my goodness! Come on, bro.
released video captured by a U.S.
I'm like, can we like fucking play the video already?
Reaper drone shows a glowing orb off the coast of Yemen. Suddenly, on the left side of your screen, you see a
Ping.
Hellfire missile zip in, strike that unidentified object, and bounce right off it. When we slow the video down, you see the Hellfire missile continue to travel on its path, that trajectory becoming clearer from this zoomed out angle. Not shown is a second Reaper drone that launched the missile. Congressman Eric Burleson.
And now that little orb, that could have been just a, what you call them, a probe or, it's like a drone in a way. No, not an actual drone. I'm talking about a spiritual, not from this world type of drone, or something that just a probe. I just call it a probe. Something that's just watching things. No one's in it. It just watching things. But anyway.
Shared the video at a House Oversight Committee on what the
And you mean to tell me that damn Hellfire missile couldn't shoot that shit down? No, it bounced off that shit. It didn't even throw it off course. It made it shift and move, and that was it. And that was it. And it kept on rolling. So get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Here's a report.
A blurry object flying over one of North America's
Oh, it looked like a balloon. Look like on Chinese air balloons, space balloons, or weather balloons. I don't know.
largest lakes. An American fighter jet locking onto it midair. Crosshairs fixed on the target, and then suddenly, an explosion.
Oh. It popped that motherfucker like it was a balloon, man. Shit was a balloon, bruh.
The object breaks apart in midair. For years, footage like this lived inside
Let's
classified.
see what the comments got to say. Oh, they got to go in and talking about classified. Man, get the fuck out of here. It says, come up. Hold on. Yep, Chinese balloon. Yep, somebody had to say it. Come on, that is a Chinese balloon. Again, yep, U.S. spent $1 million missile to shoot down or shoot $5 balloon. Well, I want to say $5, more like $10 because of inflation. But anyway. Americans, we filming porn in Ultra HDR 4K 60 cinematic stabilization. America when spotting UFO. Yeah, anyway. Anyway, this is a bunch of bullshit. But I'm gonna still play it.
Pentagon archives. The Pentagon is America's defense ministry. Now the United States government is putting those files out in public. And once again, people across the world are...
Oh yeah, they're trying to push this alien spaceship stuff. I thought they're going to just say it's just because an unidentified flying object could be anything. But, from naughty days, when you say UFO, the first thing you think of is spaceships. And just like me, I'm the first thing I think of when these niggas mention UFO in the media, I'm thinking about the Lord's Chariots. But I know damn well you can't shoot down a Lord Chariot for shit. No.
Are we alone in this universe? The Pentagon has released a fresh batch of previously classified UFO records. The US government officially calls them Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, or simply UAPs. The latest release contains 222 files. That includes videos, photographs, audio clips, and intelligence documents. One of the most discussed videos appears to show a US Air Force F-16 fighter jet bringing down an unidentified object over Lake Huron in February 2023. The lake lies between the United States and Canada. It is one of the world's largest freshwater lakes. According to the Pentagon, the object broke apart after what officials described as a high-energy event. But even now, authorities have not confirmed what exactly was flying there, and that uncertainty is exactly why the footage is drawing such enormous attention. This is already the second major UFO disclosure by the Trump administration this month. Earlier in May, the Pentagon released another 161 secret files connected to unexplained sightings. Some of those reports date back to the late 1940s. Witnesses described glowing green spheres, flying discs, and bright fireballs near military sites in New Mexico. One report came from a senior American intelligence officer in 2025. He described seeing orange glowing objects during a helicopter mission in the western United States. The lights reportedly moved rapidly near the ground, then formed a triangle pattern in the sky.
Wait. The orb was described of oval shape, orange, with a white yellow center. Hey, that kind of remind me of what that the scripture about a chariot describing it as like the color of amber. It was Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind. So pretty much they move fast. They hit them 20G turns. Pew, 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 pew. Shit, or even more faster than that. They'd be 100 G's. Shit, a jet can't do that shit. Them motherfuckers will break and destroy themselves. Shit, they gonna need an oil change too. Spark plugs need to be changed out on those jets. The Chariot don't need all that. A whirlwind came out of the north. A great cloud, and they also describe them as clouds because they'll either hide in clouds or either they'll cloak themselves like camouflage in clouds, or they can make themselves invisible and come out the chariots of the Lord, piloted by the angels. And fire enfolding itself. And a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the color of amber. No fire, that shit was bright. Out of the midst of the fire. Get back to the video. It said chilling, and it said it was oval. It was a yellow center. Emitted light in all directions. A third or fourth orb appeared seconds later, and making a T formation with the others. Oh, they'll make it a T formation. I bet you that shit was perfect as it can be. Like, give me a letter T. They gave you a letter T. And shit, you don't see these fucking Esau jets or these Heathens fighter jets can do that. No, they can't do that.
Before disappearing completely. Another released clip appeared to show
and it just disappeared completely. How can you shoot down something that just disappeared just like that? Get the fuck out of here. You gotta be a lucky son of a gun to even see a chariot. Yeah. When they ain't that lucky, because hell, and these damn devils, and especially military, they see chariots all the time. And I bet they scared as fuck too.
Identified objects near waters close to Iran in 2022. There were also files linked to sightings in Kazakhstan and recordings from astronauts during early American space missions. For decades, UFO stories
Yeah, them fucking UFO aliens. No.
mostly lived in
Aliens just mean foreigner. Somebody that's not of this area or whatever.
conspiracy theories, late-night documentaries, and Hollywood movies. Now governments themselves are discussing them publicly. Military pilots are filing encounter reports, lawmakers are demanding investigations, and defense agencies are releasing footage once kept hidden from public view. The Pentagon says,
Now, wait, hold on. What did he say? He said something about the governments ain't discussing it, but, hold on, let me see.
theories, late-night documentaries, and Hollywood movies. Now governments themselves are discussing them publicly. Military pilots are
Yeah, they discussing them because they being out and known. But they still telling you lies on what they truly are. Trump administration expands public UFO disclosure campaign. Oh, get the fuck out of here. These niggas gonna still tell you lies. With the prophets of Yahawashi I ain't gonna tell you no lies about who they truly are and what the chariots are and what the people that's piloting the chariots. It's the chariots of the Lord, the vehicles of Israel's salvation, and also the curse that goes upon the whole earth. Yeah, because these things have to destroy your ass. Destroy the whole... One little chariot can destroy the whole planet. Yeah. Now imagine being thousands of these suckers coming in. Not suckers, but thousands of the chariots showing up. And shit, now you see Esau finds it a threat because, yeah, he knows what they are. Yeah, but they gonna tell you what they ain't. They gonna tell you they gonna tell you that they damn aliens. Anyway, have nothing to do with the Bible at all. Prophets of Yahawashi I'll tell you the truth though, what they are.
filing encounter reports, lawmakers are demanding investigations, and defense agencies are releasing footage once kept hidden from public view. The Pentagon says the disclosures are part of a transparency campaign ordered by President Donald Trump. The official American UFO Archive website has already received more than 1 billion views worldwide. That shows how deeply the subject fascinates people. At the same
And yo, they got videos That shit that really blow your mind. But they ain't gonna show you. They gonna just show you this shit. This ain't nothing. This ain't nothing.
Meantime, US officials are urging caution.
But one thing, be mindful. A lot of when people got AI and they do all this trickery shit, and they filming stuff, they'll probably have AI create something that look real, but it ain't.
They say the files do not prove alien life exists. Many sightings may still involve balloons, secret surveillance systems, experimental aircrafts, or
Yeah, a balloon don't move like that.
camera errors.
Hell, a missile couldn't catch that little stuff. You see how it was just moving? It was probably moving like about maybe 400 miles per hour. And then all of a sudden, boom, light speed. It went, damn, what was that movie called? Spaceballs. What did they say it was? Not light speed. I forgot what they called that shit. Ludicrous speed. I think it was ludicrous speed. Or something like that.
But several cases still remain unexplained, and that uncertainty continues to fuel public curiosity.
Oh, I like that. No, I don't give a fuck about this goofy, stupid shit. Yeah, they ain't got no spaceships and no goddamn. Now, Esau do have some shit, but ain't nothing compared to the Lord's Chariots, because the Lord's Chariots are authentic. Esau shit is bootleg. It's a copy. What I like, boy, this guy here holding that sign that says predator or prey. You niggas gonna be prey. Especially you damn heathen. All you niggas gonna, and 2/3 of Israel gonna be a prey. The predator's gonna be the Yahawashi, King David, 144,000, and his angels. Yeah, we gonna be the predators. You gonna be the prey, nigga.
Because whether these objects are advanced technology, misunderstood phenomena, or something far more extraordinary, the mystery is no longer locked away inside secret government walls.
No, it's in the Bible. And the prophets Yahawashi are telling you what they are. And telling you Israelites to repent and seek the Lord. And you might be end up being delivered in one of these ships. Or might be a martyr. But you might end up delivering in these ships. You know, swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Or swing low, sweet chariot, stop and let me ride. What you think them songs are about? These are chariots to come to save the elect of Israel. Let's get to the next one.
Whether you're a
Fuck.
This is Dabu 7. We've got some new information here pertaining to the disappearance of the missing Air Force General, William McCaslin. And it's coming from an area that some might not expect. We have a mystery woman that made a phone call, and it was caught on body cam by police officers in New Mexico. And this woman goes on to say that she had dinner with him and Space Force hours before he disappeared. That is pretty wild. But here's some of the audio.
I'm trying to get hold of everyone. I'm actually walking into his favorite coffee shop right now to see if they've seen him. So I work with Mr. McCaslin on the Kirtland Partnership. He's a board member. He's a retired general with Air Force Research Lab.
Okay.
And we had dinner Thursday evening at Cervantes off of Gibson.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock with Space Force. And what I noticed, I was shocked this morning when I saw the alert, because what I noticed Thursday evening is he wasn't his usual self. He was kind of spacey and quiet. And you know, that happens when people sign and put anything with it.
Right.
He left in his vehicle, and then I called this morning. I called security forces out of Kirtland just to ensure he hasn't used his card out there, and he hasn't access based, and they're going to keep monitoring that area. But from what I understand, let me tell you this first. So Thursday evening, he was wearing a blue and white striped collared shirt, button down, and he was wearing a little name tag, his KPC name tag. And so, from what I understand, is he left the house. His wife didn't take anything, was on the running trail, and he was last seen at 11 o'clock yesterday.
Right. Does he carry like a security clearance or anything like that?
He has a very classified security clearance. He was the head of Air Force Research Lab. To the point, the man's names are in the UFO documents that have been released.
And that is wild. This man, per this whole interview or this conversation, exposes that this man met with Space Force hours before he disappeared. This has everything to do with this disappearance, if you ask me. There's a reason this woman called and gave these details, and that they're coming out now. The last people No.
And I'm like, now, you know it's got to be something. They telling you a lie. If these people really are getting snatched up and put to death or found missing, or not found, but just missing or found deceased, this is way bigger than these niggas telling you they're little green gray men with big old eyes and all this other shit. No. They ain't telling you what they truly, because all these years they've been lying about what the Bible was all about, especially through Christianity insanity. But the prophets of Yahawashi got the truth. And all you need to know is listen to GMS and other camps of speaking of like the true doctrine of Yahawashi. And we telling you the truth. And why? I mean, these niggas are getting put to death probably because they know and they don't. But then comes when it comes to the prophets, why they ain't killing us? Because the Lord ain't allowing us to get put to death by these devils until the time comes for some of us might have to be martyrs. But He allowing us to put the truth out and letting you know who they are. I mean, what are these vehicles? These aerial vehicles? They're not what the media tells you, what Esau and these other heathens tell you. They are the Lord's chariots, and their pilots are the angels.
Known to be around Him in this.
And the angels don't look like these fucking niggas. They look wasted away, wrinkly and shit. They look like men in their prime. Swole, dark brown skin, or I don't know what shade. All I know is they brown skinned men. I don't know what hair texture. I can tell you afros mostly, like the Lord. And some might have, I don't know, slick hair. I don't know. I can tell you they men of color. They can either look like so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Indians. But I can tell you that shit. They men of color and they Israelites. Or the angels. The angels are Israel. I won't say, no, they're not Israelites. They're just angels. They're just the angels. They're not part of any tribe. They're just the likeness of men. Yeah, I can't say the angels are Israelites. But they are, they're the angels of Israel. I say that. They're like the guardians. They're like, I don't want to say guardians. I don't know. I just say they're the angels of Israel. Anyway.
Secret conversation that took place.
They're the workers. They are the workers, the employees of Yahawashi.
During this dinner, apparently he was spooked. As she said, he was not himself. And then just a matter of hours later, he leaves, never to be seen again, taking nothing with him. So this is rather interesting if you ask me. Some new info here.
Anyway, let's get to the next one.
People waste 1,400 hours a year scrolling on their phone.
Today's World Menstrual Hygiene Day, and we're getting you more about wearable watches that let you know your menstrual health. A new study sheds light on how wearable tech...
Wait a minute. What the fuck? That's not the video I want to play. This damn thing had reset. I was supposed to click on Kim Iverson video.
All right, so the U.S. government...
Fuck ass YouTube. Fuck, I hate YouTube when it does that shit.
Continues releasing increasingly bizarre UFO material.
Yeah, they look like the color of amber. Glowing like, they look orangish red color.
Including military footage,
like fire.
Pilot encounters, radar data, first-hand testimony from intelligence officials, but much of it sits in this strange gray zone between potentially extraordinary phenomena and possibly misidentified military or sensor artifacts. It's hard to tell what these are, but either way, either the Pentagon is slowly...
It's hard to tell. The prophets of Yahawashi are telling you. They're all in the Bible.
Normalizing UFO disclosure, which seems a bit odd, or we're watching one of the strangest psychological operations in modern history. Which one is it? I'm not 100% certain, because they told us for the longest time that if you believed in UFOs, if you saw UFOs...
Epstein files. Yeah, like X-Files. Anyway.
You were a psycho person, that you were totally nuts. And now they're saying, oh wait, no, you're not totally nuts. There are UFOs amongst us. That is what they're trying to tell us. So they released this document. I would say that the biggest story from the latest dump is the intelligence officer testimony. So this is a currently serving senior U.S. intelligence official describing orange glowing orbs, swarms moving in coordinated patterns, objects splitting into two, objects pacing aircraft, radar confirmation, fighter jet involvement, helicopters unable to keep up with the speed, formations appearing and disappearing over military ranges. And this is all really important because it's firsthand testimony. It allegedly involves multiple witnesses. There's military radar that tracked the objects, trained personnel observed them, and it occurred over military testing area. So this is the firsthand account written by a current serving senior U.S. intelligence official. And this is an FBI 302 interview conducted with that official regarding his firsthand account of this UAP encounter at a U.S. military facility. Okay, so I'm just going to read to you the transcription of this. It says, in late 2025, During early evening daylight hours, I, a senior U.S. intelligence officer, along with a colleague and 2 pilots, departed our Joint Operations Center in a helicopter. Our mission was to investigate loud thuds heard in the mountains on the test range, which coincided with unidentified aerial phenomena sightings reported over the previous several nights. We aimed to search remote mountain areas for possible debris or objects that might explain the orb-like sightings. After leaving the JOC, we flew a low-altitude map of the Earth route through the mountain range for several hours. Multiple times, we spotted debris on the ground and descended for closer inspection. Each time, we determined it was remnants from rockets and other projectiles that had crashed during years of weapons testing on the range. As we continued searching near areas of reported orb activity, we discovered a large cave entrance with no visible end in sight. The terrain around the entrance offered no safe landing spot, so I instructed the pilot to orbit it several times for observation. We noted the location and then pressed on. Running low on fuel, we headed to a pre-arranged rendezvous point to meet a ground team and let my colleague disembark. The 2 pilots and I then proceeded to a pre-positioned tanker on the range for refueling. Our plan was to return to base afterward, but the JOC radioed with a request to search a nearby mountain for debris spotted by one of the ground teams. By this time, the sun had set the pilots switched to forward-looking infrared and night vision goggles, while I continued using the unaided naked eye. After a brief search of the mountain yielded no findings, the pilots began navigating back to the JOC to end the mission. I then received a message from the JOC. Radar had detected hits several miles uprange from our position, the same area where UAP activity had been observed on prior nights. I relayed this to the pilots and we altered course to intercept. What followed was a series of close UAP encounters lasting over an hour. En route, ground teams reported spotting a UAP or FLIR, describing it as a super hot, low to the ground and moving east then south at high speed. The object then split into 2 and changed direction. Upon arrival, we scanned the area using NVG, FLIR, and the naked eye. The ground team suddenly radioed that the object had risen from the ground, approached within 10 feet of the helicopter, dropped below us, then sped away. The pilots observed it through NVGs and saw it split into 2 as similar objects emerged before it accelerated out of sight. We briefly pursued, but broke off, unable to match its speed. At one point...
Hell no, you couldn't. Can't touch it. Can't touch none of them chairs. I fucking hate it. They move like a whirlwind. They're swifter than eagles.
The JOC informed us that several fighter jets had launched on a training mission in our operating area and requested their assistance in identifying the UAP. Minutes later, the JOC directed us to nearby radar detections. We took up a hovering position at approximately 700 feet above ground level. In the distance, we saw countless orange orbs swarming in all directions against the backdrop of the mountain. The display lasted several minutes before fading. The JOC then redirected us to our previous positions based on our fresh radar hits. I provided coordinates to the pilots and we moved to intercept, hovering again at 700 feet AGL. Through NVGs, the pilots and I, using the naked eye, observed 2 large orbs flare up side by side, close to the helicopter, stationary and just above the rotor disc to our right. They were oval-shaped, orange with white or yellow center, and emitted light in all directions. After a few seconds, a 3rd orb flared up below the pair, followed by a 4th below that, forming a total of 4 or 5 in a T formation under the original 2. Moments later, they dimmed in reverse order, remaining stationary until they vanished from view. The entire event lasted 10 to 15 seconds. I didn't take photos as I was focused on assessing what it was and whether it posed a threat. After this encounter, the pilots briefly considered landing due to the object's proximity, but opted to remain hovering at 700 feet AGL for further observation. We then spotted the fighter jets entering visual range at about 2,300 feet AGL, identifiable by their blinking navigation lights. As watched from afar, the same type of orbs appeared directly above the fighters. They flared up one at a time in a horizontal formation, matching the jet's speed and flight path. After 10 to 15 seconds, they dimmed sequentially and disappeared. This repeated several times as the jets transitioned the airspace and eventually landed. I remarked to the pilots that it seemed the same orbs we had encountered were now chasing the fighters. We also observed orange orbs flaring up and down around us for several minutes, forming a distinct triangle before vanishing. Low on fuel, the pilots decided to return to the JOC.
Oh, they low on fuel. See, they can't match the Chariots, bro. The Lord. Them niggas run off fuel. Gas, well, not gasoline, jet fuel. Shit, they gotta refuel. They limited. All that shit is limited. When it comes to Yahawashi's aerial army, they're unlimited. Unlimited power, unlimited weaponry, unlimited, just everything unlimited. Shit, yeah. Don't you want to be part of that? Having unlimited power? Shit, yeah, I do. That's why I'm doing this to my best ability. And y'all better be seeking the Lord to your best ability too. For Israelite. This ain't for everybody, not all for Israel.
I briefly spoke with them, mostly to express thanks. We were virtually speechless after these observations. I then entered the JOC for a quick debrief before driving home.
Alright, I'm gonna start right there. If you want to watch the rest of it, be my guest. They go to the title of the video. They go to channel. Yeah, they're just showing you that these niggas ain't got. They can't touch the Lord's power, man. His army, not the angels. No, they can't touch none of that. And they gonna be trying to when the day comes. Shit, but they gonna lose miserably. Let's get to this next one. Yeah, this was it GMS North Carolina 777. The next one probably be GMS in Rome Lions on fire. But I'm gonna get to this one first with North Carolina 777. I ain't gonna play all of it, just some, and then we're gonna get to the last video, and then we'll close it out.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 7, and it reads, Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, next double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of Great Millstone, the one that taught us the 100% truth, according to the Bible, peace, blessings, and safety. To all you sincere Akims, keep pushing, keep believing, keep the faith. God's what people here for, but now you got dictator T. Told him he wants the government to release all the classified files on the so-called UFOs, because you know, a couple of years back, it has to confirm that the so-called UFOs are real. So that Congress demands the release. I'm looking on my other phone too. I ain't gonna be able to pull it up on this pad. So when I try to do that, for some reason the video it don't start recording, but it won't let me show what I'm showing. Like if I stop showing this screen and try to show another screen, when I upload the video, it'll only show this screen and it'll stop at this scripture. It won't show none of the other scriptures. You hear me reading the scriptures, but it won't show the actual scriptures that I'm bringing out on the screen. So I'm gonna be reading from this pad, showing scriptures, and I'm gonna be reading off my phone too. So I'm reading an article right about now. Congress demands the release of 46 top secret UFOs, aka Chariots of the Lord, spaceships of the Lord videos. And it's more. Come on, man. The Lord about to show Himself. Who they can call Jesus, Yahawashi. He saves, He delivers. He's about to reveal Himself. As the scripture says, look. He comes with clouds, with chariots, with spaceships. So why you think they got the NASA program? Why you think they got the space station? Why you think they got satellites? Why you think they got laser beams on the International Space Station? Because they know what's coming. They read the script. They see things. The telescopes are showing them things. And like that scientists, and a whole lot of scientists are missing. You got all these scientists missing, being deleted. Because they want to come out, you know what I'm saying, with what they have been seeing. They want to come out with it, you know what I'm saying, and the government, they delete them, man. Come on, man. We all know this, man. We're not ignorant of, say, the devices. Just a quick head letting you know, and it's not green men in those vehicles, right? The angels, men of color. You see? Let's get it again. Our brothers, they coming. But Lord Yahawashi, they come. The heavenly hosts, they're coming, man. It's going to be thousands of it, 2,000 upon thousands. But once again, the government, Congress demands the release. Like I said before, I'm reading off my other phone. Congress demands the release of 46 top secret UFO videos. And I got another article right here. Who is it at? Like I said before, I'm on my phone. Where's that other one? U.S. UFO files release. It was another one, like 400. Let's see, hold on. I seen just a few minutes ago. Bear with me. What was that? The U.S. Department of War just released classified UFO and alien files. The word alien just means foreigner. That's the only thing that word means. It's just foreigner. And it's not green men, you know what I'm saying, or gray men with big black eyes. The aliens about to reveal themselves. Don't even worry about it. There was another one. Let's see. Where's that one at? I seen an article earlier, and all of a sudden I can't find it. It says they're going to release 400, you know what I'm saying, over 400 videos of so-called UFOs, right? Well, yeah, it was all a conspiracy, right? See the thing about it, you know what I'm saying, we tell our people the truth, they don't believe it. The government telling them the same thing that we've been telling them for years, and they believe it. When we say it, we're crazy. Let's get this again, man. But it's all good. So what if some don't believe? Matter of fact, let's get this. Let's get this. We give our people the 100% truth according to the Bible. They look at us all crazy. The government come out with the same information that we giving our people. And they say, oh, man, you heard about that, man? The so-called UFOs, they're real, man. The government released it. The government's... Bro, we've been saying this for years. Starting off with the beloved elder apostles of Great Millstone, the men on down, but nobody believed us. Look, this is why. This is one of the main reasons why. Let's get this. You ain't got to believe it. Like I said before, all kind of signs. You can. Everything's worth a Google. That dictator T said he wanted the release of all the so-called UFO, you know what I'm saying, documents, files, videos, things of that nature, man. Some of the videos, you know what I'm saying, what did they say while they go back? Bear with me. What that article say a while ago? The government, the U.S. government I'm on my other phone. The U.S. government just released the UFO files. Let's see. I'm just looking. Let's go. And I know some people that was in the military. They retired now. Someone was on the naval ships. You know what I'm saying? So they was out. You know what I'm saying, at sea, and they came out of their quarters or whatever, and they looked up, and the chairs. You know what I'm saying, was hovering around. You know what I'm saying, the ships out there. I heard it from, you know what I'm saying, a Marine. He was out there in the sea. I forgot what sea they was in. But they said they seen, you know what I'm saying, so-called UFOs. They ain't tell nobody about it. But let's get this, though. The reason why, when we tell our people something, they don't believe it. But when the government say something, they say, did you hear about what the government said, man? They believe it, right? Hebrews chapter 4, verse 2, and it reads, for unto us, the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, was the gospel preached, was the good news preached. This word, this blessed word was preached, it was taught, as well as unto them, as well as unto the majority of our people, 2/3. They heard the word that was being preached too. But the word preached, the word that was being taught, did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. So we bring out this information on how our Lord and Savior, Lord Yahawashi, who they call Jesus, you know what I'm saying, is coming back in a humongous spaceship, a chariot, a so-called UFO. They just laugh at it, like, yo, you must be on something. You say UFOs are coming? You talking that cosmic slop nonsense. That's how they look at it. We tell them our power, you know what I'm saying, is coming back in space. And we bring it out according to the scripture. Matter of fact, hold on. And then I just read, you know what I'm saying, every eye shall sin. The Lord said the word profited you when you heard it, because I gave you the gift of faith to believe. I didn't give them knuckleheads, you know what I'm saying, 2/3 of our people, you know what I'm saying. The Lord, like, I didn't give 2/3 of my own people, you know what I'm saying, the gift of faith to believe. When I had my men out there preaching that 100% truth according to the Bible, I gave it to you. So you're the only one that's going to believe. When you hear the prophets teach it, you're going to believe. That's our people going to have to hear sleazy, because they believe everything sleazy he say too. Just like the scam did me, you know what I'm saying? They believe another iris, you know what I'm saying? What's that word? What's that scam did me? Hold on. I'm all y'all know that the Hannah iris, it goes back to violence, it goes back to lamentation, it goes back to mourning. So we most definitely living in a time of mourning. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna be all over the place with this. Lord willing, the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel is edified. I must be allowed to get this though. 2 chapter 16, verse 18. Let's color it. Thought I had it colored already, but nonetheless, 2 chapter 16, verse 17, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. And that's what that Hannah iris, you know what I'm saying? Iris put a V in front of it. Hannah iris put a V in front of it. That's all part of the sorrow. That's all part of the mourning. That's all part of the lamenting. You see? Remember, this Bible is full of lamentations. Go read Ezekiel chapter 2 down at the bottom. It was written therein, lamentations, mournings, and woe. And the chariots of the Lord, they coming back playing. They coming back to shoot laser beams. The Lord Yahawashi, he's coming to shoot laser beams, man. Conspiracy. Okay, conspiracy. Let's get this. The beginning of sorrow and great mourning. That's how you know we're coming to the end of this society, right? The beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Meaning the bad times. Continue to trust in the Lord like we've been doing. Let's get this. They about to see the Lord. Don't even worry about it. Everybody want to know what the files, what's inside the files, the videos. You about to see. Don't even worry about it. Well, I want to start at 29. Let's see. We'll start at 29. St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 29, and it reads immediately. Oh yeah, a red letter. Yahawashi, who they gonna call Jesus, right? Look, immediately after the tribulation, you see all hell breaking loose. The Lord said immediately after the tribulation, Jacob's trouble gonna be in full effect. Martial law is going to be in full effect. The hour of temptation with this devil making it mandatory to take an implantable device, a micro C-hip, is going to be in full effect. World War III is going to be in full effect. It's going to be on and popping. Lord Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying, is going to intervene. He's going to come in the midst of World War III. Immediately, all kind of people gonna got thrown into concentration camps and everything, man. This devil gonna really be getting in. He gonna be coming in like a flood already. That's when the Lord gonna lift up that standard, man. It's about to get buck wild out here, man. It's about to be buck wild out here, man. You have the angels intervening. You have divine intervention. All kind of miracles gonna be happening. Don't you know? I believe in miracles. Where you at? Where you are? You sexy thing. Where you at, man? No more secrets. Dictator T to release the UFO files. It's going down, man. See? and it's going to leave you people speechless. I'm looking at the article now. Dictator T, I'm saying UFO secret will leave you speechless, man. I'm looking at on my other phone, looking at the articles. President Dictator T orders the government to release classified files on aliens, UFOs, and unidentified aerial phenomena. You see? Bear with me. Here you go back, you know what I'm saying, to where that scientist was getting interviewed by that lady, you know what I'm saying, a couple of years back. She asked him, had he ever seen the beings come out of the spaceships, the UFOs? He said, yeah. She asked him, what color was it? He said, black. She was like, black. She was like dark skin, you know what I'm saying, brown. He was like, no, black. Said they had the features of so-called African Americans, man, all right? And they came out in those spaceships, you know what I'm saying, with weapons. You got to take my word for it. Said, you know what I'm saying, said it was like 8 feet and tall. He said at the least they was 8 feet. Could have been taller. So they was standing in front of the door where they came out with weapons and everything. All right, y'all ain't gotta believe nothing. But listen to this. Once again, St. Matthew 24:29. It reads, immediately after the tribulation, after all hell break loose, of these days shall the sun be darkened, the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, in that cloud, in that chariot, in that spaceship. Lord Yahawashi, who they gonna call Jesus, man. A chariot the size of a mountain. Ezra said he's seen it. Second Ezra, the 13th chapter. I'm gonna see if I can get that too. It says, let's see. The Lord's gonna be revealed from heaven, man. Right? It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. John the Revelator said the same thing. He said, well, which is to let out a high-pitched sound of pain, of fear, right? He says, and all the tribes of the earth shall mourn. I thought this was a day of peace. I thought the day of the Lord was a day of peace and love. And
no, it's gonna be a day of destruction, horror. I'm gonna start right here, but if you want to watch the rest of bruh's video, they go to the title of this video and they go to his channel right there. We'll move on to the next bruh channel, which would be, where is it? Well, here's one clip. Here you go. It's gonna stop buffering. Oh my goodness, come on now. You're gonna be bullshitting with me right now? This is something serious, and you got fucking Esau. Satan. Yeah, it's the worst damn time, and I'm just about almost done with this video.
Protect the means and methods by which we get this kind of imagery, and I can understand that, but there's no reason at all why probably all of these videos, all of these records couldn't have been released before. And as you say, some of them are very dramatic. But still, I don't think what it's addressing is the bear in the room. The President, the White House, the administration, they need to address the singular primary allegation that there's been a cover-up at the highest levels in the Pentagon of a covert retrieval and reverse engineering program, and that's not being addressed by any of the...
You are correct, but I'm cutting you off because that is our next block. We're going to talk about what is it, what we can't be distracted from by what they have just given us. Lou, is it fair to say that while some of these things, as Ross is suggesting, using the word prosaically, that you can explain some of these things, but I don't think you can explain all of them. Certainly I can't.
Christ, actually, in fact, the vast majority cannot be explained, to be honest with you. And a lot of these videos are very similar.
And Lou, like you see the videos, Lou, that we're showing right now while you're talking?
I can see them. I'm happy to talk to you. We're looking at
tell me what we're seeing and how weird it is, what they're doing.
Yeah, these are videos that are very similar, eerily similar to the videos we had at the Pentagon when I was an ATIP in the Pentagon's UFO program. And you're seeing here objects that are demonstrating, in some cases, one of the 5 observables, which is instantaneous acceleration, hypersonic velocity, anti-gravity, and even perhaps transmedium travel. And I think a lot of these videos are fantastic, giving them out to the public, the American public, to look at and see for themselves. And this is, by the way, just the beginning, Chris. If I can just draw your attention for 1 second, one of the very first reports that came out on this second tranche, if you will, release of videos, was a report by the DNI itself, where well, you just saw it there, instantaneous acceleration, where a senior intelligence officer assigned to the DNI directly went out on a helicopter on a secret mission to try to uncover a UAP incident that had occurred over a sensitive military installation, and the individual himself witnessed these glowing orbs up to some point 10 feet away from the helicopter. It's unbelievable. I think it's fantastic that the administration is delivering on this promise. I think you have in this second tranche a treasure trove of data.
Yeah, a promise of what? Telling you more lies? Nigga, please. Meanwhile, the Prophet Yahawashi telling you the truth.
So, Avi, there are also some color videos, if we can put those up now, that are... You're playing right now?
You've never seen videos of the government showing you footage of, so-called UFOs in color. They always be black and white, looking grainy as hell. Anyway.
That's in color? All right, I'll take
and grainy.
Maybe it's just my monitor. But Avi, what is the significance of these that are newer and more modern technology and what they show? What does that confirm and what does it raise as a new question?
Well, obviously, right now we have sensors that are far better than we had 50 years ago. And the best ones are actually on satellites, and they have spatial resolution of a few centimeters. We don't see that data, and therefore I believe that it would be far more useful to have a group of people, a board that looks also at the classified data, because the classified sensors we have right now should be able to have high resolution images of those UAP and also track their motion relative to features on the ground. Either these are human-made objects or non-human-made objects. Either way, the matter is of great importance for national security or for basic science. Now, the point is that I believe that what we are seeing in many of the cases are failures of the defense system of the US, because there are objects over the sky that we don't know about. Some of them are Chinese spy balloons, as we noticed in 2023, but there are adversarial nations flying things, and at the very least, let's figure those things out, because the Pentagon and the intelligence agencies cannot, apparently, they're not doing their job.
Right. Let me show one more thing, and then I want to take a break, and then I want to talk about what you guys are hinting at, which is wait until you see fill in the blank. Wait until you learn fill in the blank. So coming out of the water or close to the water, Lou, just give me a quick take on from a military and intelligence perspective, why are these specifically important to you?
Great question, Chris. First of all, we call that transmedium travel. We have technologies right now, for example, a seaplane that is technically transmedium. It can fly and it can float, but let's face it, a seaplane is neither really a good boat or a good airplane because it's a design compromise. So you're compromising performance and other characteristics. Well, we are seeing objects that can apparently go in multiple mediums, whether it's in low Earth orbit, in our atmosphere, and even underwater, without any of those performance compromises, meaning it can perform just as easily as it can underwater, where the friction coefficient is astronomical, no pun intended, and be able to zip through the sky with ease, apparently not even recognizing or realizing that the water is there. And so anytime you can imagine from a military or national security perspective, if you have a technology that can operate both in air and in water and potentially even space, that is definitely a strategic advantage over your adversary. And this is exactly why Avi's correct. We have to take this very seriously.
Do you know how crazy that is as an idea, Ross? I mean, maybe it's just because I'm a fisherman. The idea that something can move from the air to the water and not really change speed is almost unbelievable. I mean,
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha, Kodash, give me the spirit to do this lesson. In this lesson I'm going into, it's funny to see these Edomites still confused on the chariots. Okay, it's a funny thing. All right, and it's a blessed thing. Okay, because here it is. The prophets have been prophesying about the chariots for years and years and years, and they still confused. Okay, the majority of the Edomites are confused. Okay, because the ones that are in the know on the left-hand side, these high-level witches, they know that the chariots are the chariots of Israel. They know that. Okay, but in general, Esau is still confused about what it is, what could it be, this and that. And then you have Esau coming out with disinformation, fake videos. You're going to have a mixture. All right, but when you watch that video before, you see clearly there's nothing that they can do. Nothing they can do. The power is out of this world. Okay, it is out of this world. They're in the ocean, flying, coming from the sky, they popping up everywhere. What they going to do? They're going to do exactly what you see them doing, talking about it and not having no answers. But the prophets, we have the answers. Okay? Let's go back to Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. So you understand clearly that flying roll is talking about the chariots. Okay, verse 2. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Right, okay, he's breaking down the length from his eye view of what he's seeing. Verse 3. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. It's a curse. Okay, to them, they're talking about a curse to them. Okay, all around the internet, all around the world, different podcasts, the government, etc., they're talking about a curse to them. That's what they are discussing. Okay, because we understand the prophecies here. So we know that those chariots, okay, led by Yahawashi, okay, coming with thousands and thousands and thousands of angels. You can read that in Psalms 68, chapter verse 17. Okay, when it says the Lord is among them, right, he is leading them. Okay, it's going to be very, very, very scary to the world. Okay, they're going to wish they was dead. All right, if they're not. That's the truth. Okay, so this is a curse that goes forth over the face of the whole earth. And I must say, it's also a blessing for the hopeful elect, as we know. Okay, for salvation. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it. Right, put to death. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. Right, put to death. That's what it means when it says cut off. Okay, period, man. You're going to lose the spirit. You're going to give up the ghost. Now let's go to John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not but to steal and to kill. Right, Esau, man. So that thief is talking about Esau, number one. Okay, the number one thief is Esau on the earth, the Edomites. To steal and to kill and to destroy, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. Right, so when the chariots come, that curse over the earth, the blessing that it comes with is life. Okay, because who is the main one in the chariot? The top, Yahawashi. He is the life, he is the way. Okay, so he's coming to bring a lot of death, but he's coming to bring salvation to a few. Okay, let's go back to Zechariah chapter 5, verse 3 again. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. Right, man. Okay, lip service, claiming you know the Lord, you represent the Lord. Okay, hypocrites. All right, everything that has to do with opposite of righteousness, man. Okay, and proclaiming the Lord, like the Lord is on your side. The Lord is going to destroy these people. He's going to destroy Esau. Okay, verse 4 gives you more on that. I will bring it forth, the chariot. Okay, the chariots, says Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. Right, it's going to appear. It's going to invade. Okay, predominantly Babylon. That's why when you look at the chart of the chariot sightings, all right, it shows on the earth that Babylon, aka America, all right, has way more than anybody else on the earth. It's not by coincidence. Okay, that's by prophecy. Okay, it says, into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. Right, swear falsely. Okay, hold the Bible. Okay, have an oath. We're gonna keep an oath and raise your hand. Whole bunch of bullshit, demonic hypocrites, liars, lip service. Okay, witches, devils, deceivers. Okay, but they do all that stuff and they hold up the Bible. Okay, and sit there and swear on the Bible. Come on, man. The Lord is going to destroy Esau. Okay, anybody like him, you're gonna get destroyed in this day. It says that swear falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house. Right, so the chariot's going to invade. They're going to stay here in the mix and shoot laser beams, fire. You can read that in 2 Esdras chapter 13. Okay, a lot of death is going to be happening. Okay, and while they remain, they're going to be beaming up the hopeful elect. All right, we shall be scarcely saved, as the scriptures say. And it shall consume it with the timber thereof and with the stones thereof. Right, consumed with fire. Okay, man, that's going to be a great sight of judgment. A great sight of judgment. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15 and 16. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. The Lord is angry with the earth, with the wicked. Okay, with 2/3 of his people, with the heathen in general. Okay, but you 2/3, man. All right, I mean, if you 2/3, ain't nothing you can do about it. You're just gonna be a 2/3. But you Jakes out there, man, that's on the fence and back and forth, you better get right, man. Okay, because the Lord Yahawashi is coming with fire. Okay, to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Okay, so when you see these Edomites talking, even though we've been talking, we've been prophesying this, and they know. Okay, they keep ignoring like we haven't been talking about it, the chariots and breaking down the prophecies. Okay, you see in the video, they say, we don't know what it is. What are they doing? Yeah, but we know. Okay, they are sending a message to the earth that we coming, and you can't stop us. We can appear, reappear, go here, go there. Okay, we can be on the left side of you, disappear, be on the right side, disappear, be on top of you, and have you all confused, man. There's nothing that Esau has, okay, and his artillery that can deal with Yahawashi and the chariots and the angels. Nothing. Nothing. All right, we're talking about heavenly power here. Okay, so you see those videos, man. The chariot disappearing and speeding up in the mix of speed. See the chariot speed up in the mix of speed. You see in the video, man. Watch that video, man. Look how the chariots are operating. Look how fast they're going past ships. And we know ships go slow, but still, look how fast they're moving. Look how fast they can bounce from here to here and just go. I mean, when you read Ezekiel chapter 1, man, it explains that. Okay, they turn, not when they went, they ain't got to turn like a car. They just can go. Okay, they can make a decision at any second and just go. Okay, and it's making Esau very, very frightened. And that's how you know they understand that we are the prophets. They know we are. Talking about the top elite. They know. Because who else is breaking all this down for years like we have? Okay, period, man. We have been 100% accurate on the breakdowns of the chariots, or the so-called UFOs in the scriptures. 100% accurate. Okay, now they want to talk about it for distractions and bring out the files. Okay, we gonna let y'all.
Yeah, and then they talk about they're landing on the moon. China want to land on the moon too, and blah blah blah. And they're like, whatever, man.
No, they exist. And then they talking about there's 4 different species that they.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit. They had one that looked like a lizard, one looked like a cricket. The other one looked like a pale-faced Edomite with white hair. I'm just like, goodness gracious, y'all niggas stop. Just fucking stop. It can't be anything but look. It can look like all this goofy shit, but never look like a so-called black person or a Latino Hispanic person. I mean, somebody of color. I'll just say it like that.
Found full of shit, man. Okay, so pretty soon they might do a full to show the body that they created, because they ain't got no body, because it's the angels. They don't die. The chariots don't crash. If you shoot some at the chariots can break up in pieces and come back together. We have seen that a million times over the years. Okay, they can't stop them. They cannot stop them at all whatsoever. Okay, so understand, man, that we are at the end, and they're trying to make a disclosure and bring confusion with one of the species. Looks like your ancient alien movie. Big head, black eyes. And the other one looks like a mantis. And then the other one looks like what did they say? I forgot. Oh, the other one is a hybrid lizard. Okay, a hybrid. And then the other one looks like a human, but it looks like the average Swedish man, an Edomite. So the only one that looks like a human out of the 4 species of aliens looks like an Edomite. Okay. All right. So stay tuned, man. They about to go wild. They about to get wild because they have to, because the devil know he got a short time, so he gonna be bringing everything out. Okay, but in general, man, that video, watching those videos, man, it's like, boy. Okay, it reminds you that Yahawashi is always in control, man. There is no power, none, zero, okay, that can stop Yahawashi, man. Okay, so don't forget also that they are in control. That's another thing you have to pay attention to in your mind and meditate on. Okay, that's the highest power in existence. Nothing can come close. All right, so with that, I hope you're edified. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, for giving me spirit to do this video. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Yaakam out there that's doing the truth in all sincerity. Shalom.
And that's it. If you want to watch this video again, there go the title of the video, bruh channel, or subscribe. More videos. And it's funny, almost every morning the Lord always give me a video from bruh right here of something that's like uplifting, and if I'm going through some stuff, there's always a video coming from this dude right here. But yeah, man, there go the title of this dude. No, here go this title of his channel. Here go the title of the video, and that's it. That's all. But anyway, seek Yahawashi Shah by seeking his prophets and take heed what to say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahawashi Shah by praying Yahawashi Shah, praising Yahawashi Shah, worship Yahawashi Shah, fearing Yahawashi Shah, repenting of Yahawashi Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahawashi Shah, keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahawashi Shah, stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahawashi Shah. Stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order. Yahawashi Shah. Peace and bless to the hopeful elect, and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi. Shalom.